Okay. The one of the most shadiest reality shows out right now, Hollywood Divas season 2 is back on the air, so let's just get into it. That was one of my most popular reviews last year was my Hollywood Divas review. It took me back to the old Sky, the Sky that used to turn up all the motherfucking time. I'm not as turned up right now because it's like 1:32 in the morning and I'm just got finished catching up on all my shows. I mean, I caught up on Frankie and Effie, I caught up on The Game, I caught up on Big Brother, I caught up on this show. So it's a lot of stuff that I was doing in a 2 hour span. So I'm not as turned up because I'm really, really tired from work and I gotta go right back to work again tomorrow. So I'm not really that crunk, but I'm gonna give my all to this video. So let's just start it off. Okay, so let's start off with Shar Jackson and Countess. So Countess is doing this photo shoot. She been going to the gym. She been working out, trying to keep her body intact. You know what I'm saying? Because this is post surgery, so she want to keep her body up. And she's feeling herself. You know what I'm saying? She got a little bit of confidence, and I'm really happy for Countess because all last season she felt like she was a pet project because she had low self-esteem. You know what I'm saying? And even though you got low self-esteem and you want people to be in your corner, you don't want to feel like a pet project and you don't want to feel like a charity case. You know what I'm saying? Like you just fucking with me because I don't feel good about myself. You know what I'm saying? So it's really good to see her like that. And then to see Shar come in, who I feel like should have been on the show from the very beginning, Shar Jackson. I love seeing Shar Jackson and Countess Vaughn together because all it ever does is give me these fun memories of being like a 7-year-old little boy watching Moesha and watching for Kim and Niecy. Those were probably my two favorite characters on the show was Kim Niecy, and if Lamont Bentley was alive today, I would also put in Hakeem. But I love Shar and Countess on Moesha. Those two, I primarily watch for them. I was a huge Brandy fan back in the Gap when I was young, but when I was watching Moesha, I was not a huge fan of the character Moesha within itself. I was always here for Kim and Niecy. I always felt like they made the show watchable because of their characters, and I always loved them. And it's really good to see them still be friends and see that Shar is very protective of the Countess and that she is very much supportive of Countess. So that's really, really good to see them. And it's just funny to see how goofy they are and see Countess in her prime. You know what I'm saying? So then we go into Golden Brooks. She meets up with Malik Yoba. And, of course, he's on Empire. She's just coming in just for just for some little advice about the things that's been going on. She didn't have a good moment last year. She been trying to find work and she ain't really been finding it. And Malik is there to tell her about, the creators have a vision, but you also have to have a vision of your own. And he had his exit on Empire because that's what the vision of the writers was. So he had to follow their vision, but he also had to have a vision as all you got to go out there and keep finding work. And I know that it's been hard for Golden because she ain't really been doing shit since um girlfriends. And when I was doing my Hollywood Divas videos last year, somebody said that she did another show called Heart Dixie. I've never heard of that show before, but if that's the show that she did, I know it has something to do with Dixie on it. So if that's the show she did, please leave it below if I'm fucking up, but it is what it is. So let's get into Forrest and Paula. Apparently Paula got 3 jobs. She did this TV One movie. She's on another show, and I think that True Blood was another one of the shows that she did. And apparently, she's tired. But this is my thing. You got 3 jobs, and you also got Hollywood Divas too. But yet, y'all still living in that oodles and noodles ass house that you moved in when you was fresh from the extended stay at Holiday Inn. See, I don't understand that. So you sitting up here boasting about your 3 jobs, but you ain't got nothing to show for it. You still lived in that Roman noodles ass house, the 75-cent pack of Roman noodles house. You know what I'm saying? You sitting up here bragging about your 3 jobs. Girl, have a seat. And then you talking about it's obviously something going on with the White Sisters project. I mean, I guess a network was interested in the sizzle reel that they did, and Forrest turned the offer down to the network. And she's talking about she got to go and tell the girls why. he didn't take the project because at this point in time, none of the girls know what's going on with the White Sisters project. Ain't nobody talked about it ever since production happened for the Sizzle Reel. So you know it is what it is. So then we get into Elise. She goes to this producer guy named Ralph, and she's talking to him about projects that she's interested in, projects that she wants to do, and things that, the scripts that she's written for TV shows that she wants to put out there. You know what I'm saying? She has a plan, and it's nice to see women that's on these type of reality shows try to take the platform that's given to them and do different things. You know what I'm saying? If Elise never gets a damn movie role in her life, maybe she can write a script. Maybe she can be a producer of a TV show or a movie or something like that. Like, a lot of the actors that we haven't seen on a lot of 90s sitcoms have been doing other things. I think that T.C. Carson from Living Single, he was doing Broadway or some shit like that. I know he was doing plays. And then, a lot of them was into directing. I know Debbie Allen was doing a lot of directing and everything like that. Debbie Allen from A Different World and in the House fame. I know she was doing a lot of directing and doing a lot of behind the scenes work. So a lot of the actors and actresses that you haven't seen in a long time, a lot of them had taken up in other areas and other avenues as far as writing, producing, directing, everything like that. But then a White Sisters project come up, and it's pretty much nobody knows what's going on with it. That's really the consensus. Like, nobody knows what's going on with the project. Nobody knows what they're gonna do with it. Nobody knows anything. So it's pretty much like Elise felt like it was a very good project, but it's on hold because ergo nobody knows what's going on. Ergo everybody's in the dark. Ergo it's a flop right now. Don't nobody know what the fuck going on because of Paula and Forrest. So we get into um Countess. I think this was her manager or somebody like that. She got the girls to be booked on the Tom Joyner cruise, which is a big deal, might I add, because I would love to get booked to be on something like a Tom Joyner cruise when I ain't doing shit but videos on YouTube. I would love to do that. But Countess can't do it simply because her dad had a stroke and she wants to be by his side, which I can understand, even though it's a big thing for somebody like Countess who hasn't been getting a lot of work in a minute. She wants to put her father's needs first, and she wants to be there for her family. Cause even when my mama was being sick, when my mama was sick 2 years ago, she was having seizures and all of that. If I got offered something like that, I would have turned it down to be there for my mom. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's all that really, really matters to me. My mother and her health is all that matters. So I would want to be there for my parent. So she decided to let Shar take her place because that's somebody that she's comfortable with, someone that she trusts the most, and she feels like Shar can handle herself with the girls. So Paula meets up with Lisa Flew, and she gives her the tea about the situation with the White Sisters. Apparently, there's a situation with the Lees saying that she's a part of the production company, and all five girls were producers of the show, well, of the project. But apparently, the only people that was gonna get the money off the project was Paula, Forrest, and Elise. And basically, how Paula ran it to Lisa was that Elise was gonna let the rest of their asses be broke while her, Paula, and Forrest get all the money. Lisa didn't take kindly to that shit because she felt like that was some shady ass shit. How the fuck you gonna sit up there and throw one of your best friends gold into the curb and then throw me and Countess to the curb too, while you and Paul and Forrest reap the benefits of the work that we all did? So how the fuck are you not gonna pay me for the work that I did? You know what I'm saying? So Lisa plans to tell the girls and she plans to confront Elise about it. So we have the selfie party. We see Ray J. I don't know if that whole appearance was sincere or not, but it's good to see the Moesha alums be on the same page and support each other and everything like that. So bam, Countess unveils this new picture. She got her ass crack out. It's really nice to see her feel herself because I know how it feels to have low self-esteem and not think too much of yourself. But when you get that confidence, you feel like you on top of the world. I can't damn bitch tell you what you can and can't do and what limits you can and can't touch. So I applaud I applaud Countess Fun for doing that. You know what I'm saying? She letting these bitches know she can do whatever the fuck she wanna do. You know what I'm saying? And I don't blame her. Not one motherfucking bit. So she pulls the girls outside. She tells them about the Jamaica trip and how she can't go. And the girls, I feel like it's a bittersweet moment. But then, Lisa makes this shit all about her, which I don't like because this is a party. It's not the right time to bring up this shit. This is about Countess. This is her moment. But you make it about you, and then you bring up the elite shit, and you're not listening. I get it. You're upset about your coinage. Anybody would be upset about their coinage. But at the end of the day, you're not really listening to what the fuck Elise saying. Now, let me make it clear. I'm not a fan of Elise Neal at all, but I do feel like Lisa Wu was doing the absolute most. A, she wasn't listening. B, she wasn't trying to listen. C, she just needed to shut the fuck up. That's how I feel. So at the end of it all, it's kind of like she wasn't listening. Elise was trying to tell her what it really was. And from Elise now, she basically said that it never came from her, it's from Paula. So basically, what it sounded like to me, Paula went and ran that shit to Lisa Flew like it was Elise doing this shady shit when it was really her that was doing the shady shit. But we never could get to that point because Lisa wouldn't shut the fuck up. And Elise just walked away from the situation, and Countess was getting mad because they was fucking up her party. All Countess wanted was her Popeye's chicken, but all the fuck Lisa and Elise, all the fuck Lisa wanted to do is argue and cause drama, which is what she used to do on the Real Housewives of Atlanta. So at this point in time, I get both sides. I get where Lisa's coming from, but she needed to listen to it from Elise's point of view as well, because Paula was obviously being messy, which is what she always does. But that's all I gotta say about Hollywood Divas at this point in time. I know I said I was gonna do the Married to Medicine review. I'm kind of contemplating on whether I should just do a review for that episode or put this past Sunday episode and this coming up Sunday episode on the same video, because the episode was pretty boring to me except for the strip club shit. So that's all I really want to talk about. But if you still want me to do, if you want me to do the episode together, the two episodes together, let me know. If you want a solo review for that particular episode that just came on this past Sunday, let me know. I'm out of here, y'all. Peace.